there's not a whole lot really to talk about with this game, other than looking forward and what we
Yeah.
saw. What we saw. I mean, there's only so much, bragging you can do about beating up on Bethune-Cookman. But I mean,
Right.
how do you guys see this moving forward? I mean, are you optimistic now, or
Yeah, I feel pretty good. Um, I'm not an FSU fan, so I'm not going to brag about beating Duquesne by 40 or anything like that. But you know, it was just we did what we were supposed to do. The thing we were supposed to do was come in here, smack them around, beat them down, and then go home and get ready for Southern Miss. And then we're supposed to go in and beat up, smack around Southern Miss, and get ready for A&M. I bet we're already getting ready for A&M a little bit, you know. So yeah,
and
but
hopefully we don't get caught looking ahead and lose to Southern Miss or something. That would be miserable. But
or pull in NC State and beat them by 1.
That's not really something I'm worried about. Not with. Listen, and I've said this all offseason. A lot of people have heard me say it. I'm not completely sold on Mario Cristobal, the head coach. I think he's a great recruiter. I think he's terrific with offensive lines. I still have some questions about him as the offensive coach, as a head coach. But with that being said, I don't see us being in a position of getting caught looking ahead with the people that he's surrounded himself with.
Yeah.
Because that's one thing that alleviated some of the worries that I had about him coming from Oregon to Miami. I wasn't the biggest fan of the staff that he put together at Oregon. I'm a much bigger fan of the staff he put together at Miami. I mean, there's few people with a resume like Kevin Steele's. Everybody knows what Charlie Strong defenses can do. Joseph Adai has had success literally everywhere he has coached, without exception. And then, Josh Gaddis's awards and accolades speak for themselves, as well as some of the coaches that he brought over. Aaron Feld has got an outstanding reputation. Salavea, the offensive line coach. Like I said, my worries are alleviated with what he has around him. Looking ahead to Texas A&M, I don't think is going to be a problem. I think they're all going to be very much of the mentality, the game that's right in front of us. They're not even thinking about Texas A&M remotely.
Yeah, Cristobal, he has done really well with surrounding himself with a lot of great college football minds. So I'm curious. I think he's probably working with a lot more here than he was working with in Oregon, I would say. So yeah, I mean, we're yet to see. In no way do I think we're back to an Al Golden or a Randy Shannon era, but I pray, at least. I pray to God, but no, I think he's going to work out good. And I think he was a good fit for the program.
Well, absolutely. And listen, no matter how even this season goes, we know what we have. Not only is Mario Cristobal an A++ recruiter, everybody on that staff is. So whatever they do this year, whatever the country thinks of them this year, by 2025, which is only 2 seasons from now, that's a top 5 roster in the nation, and they're bowling over all of the ACC except for probably Clemson.
Or maybe some other stuff. They get their act together. Like North Carolina's been recruiting well, but they're not looking too hot this year.
Mac Brown. Well, you have to keep it relative though. Mac Brown has recruited well by North Carolina standards.
Yeah,
which are very low for the most part.
I mean, he's had like top 15 classes. I think I'm wrong, but I don't know. There might have been one where he was like barely top 10, I think.
Yeah, he has had around top 15 classes, no doubt, which is exactly my point. That's great by North Carolina standards.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what Manny Diaz was able to do with a 6-6 record.
Right, and I've said it before. I was not a Manny Diaz fan. I know a lot of people were, and Slim. I've kind of, I know you've heard me say it before, but I mean, I think that was a dumb hire and a dumb fire when they did it. I can't say I'm sad that he's gone now that he's been replaced with somebody who I think is going to do a lot better. But I mean, us as Miami fans, we do need to learn to stick with somebody for a few years. At least let them get see what they can do.
Well, absolutely, and I've said this to Miami fans really till I'm blue in the face. I mean, you want a glaring stat of why this program is the way it is today. This is the 18th season that Miami's been in the ACC. We're on our 6th head coach
with no ACC championships.